Hello everybody and welcome back to FM2020 with me TDV1, York City manager. We're back as deadline day has just slammed shut. We did not come back for the Ipswich game, which we'll get to in a second, because I have some deals going on. Let's go through the deals first and foremost, and then we can discuss. We have some failed deals as well. I tried to get Paul Scott on loan. I tried to extend his loan for another season. That did not happen, and that forced my hand. Looking at our midfield, we knew we had to go and do a little bit of business because I want to bring in another playmaker who can fill Paul Scott's role next season, because we're not going to have him, and he has been very good for us. That 7.12 rating, we have to try and replace. 3 goals, 3 assists is not the most stunning of ratings, but his passing is good. He's got a good tackling rate as well, which is interesting for an attacking playmaker. So, transfer history, we have made 2 signings. I'm pretty sure you've seen this guy from last episode. He's just a youngster. He's not particularly much. We're just trying to develop him. He's in a little mentoring group. We're going to go through mentoring in a second because I've changed it, because I've seen a video on it, and I've been doing mentoring wrong all along. Well, not wrong. I've been doing it to get the chemistry lines in your team, which is these bad boys. I've been doing it to get that. You can do it to get your young players to play a little bit better in the future, which I haven't been doing and I should have been doing. So, Cameron Evans from Oxford is... You're going to be looking at him and going, why? Why? He's a central defender with good personality, with a semi-good personality, solid determination. Interesting, he's got 11 flair for a centre-half, which is an odd one. Good personal traits, I'm happy with them. He can tackle, he can mark, he can header. He's got solid mentals, I'm happy with them. His physicals aren't dreadful, he's 6 foot. That looks like a lovely little fringe player for me who can fill out the squad when it comes to centre-backs, because we are moving Pearce into midfield because he's too short and he can't header. So yeah, just another nice little backup defensive option. Happy with him for 34k from Oxford. His contract was running out, so got him on a bargain. Now, Jeremy Langford. Tried to sign him in the summer, but didn't happen. Signed him now. We signed him for a little bit of cash. 155k for a player with his contract running out in 6 months is a little bit high. But he is our replacement for Scott. He's a squad player at the moment. We kept him low squad player. We're going to talk about that as well in a second. I'm expecting him to be very, very solid for us. He's not quite got the physicals of Scott, so if we want to compare him to Paul Scott, for example, we just look at this. Scott's got better speed, he's a little bit better vision-wise, he's a tiny little bit better attacking, but Langford is very, very even. Scott is a year younger, I do fully accept that. But yeah, if you look at the value of Scott at nearly 500k, and you look at the value of Langford, he's not the same kind of player, but he can do very well. Scott's got 13 pros, and the cons is 9 on this side, which is not bad. He has got potential to be a good League One. He's not playing at League One standard quite yet, but I'm hoping with a little bit of tutoring and a little bit of training and some nice match time down here in League One, he can grow. We can develop him slightly. Just trying to get that determination up, trying to improve that personality. Add a couple of traits to him. We can see what we can make out of this guy. He's played a couple of times in the Leasing Cup trophy, and he's done alright so far for Wolves, so hopefully that can translate for us. So that's the 2 transfers. Let's do mentoring first. Let's go to mentoring, which is in here, in your training schedule. You go to mentoring, and we've got 2 mentoring groups. Now, what you want to do with this is you want to get one with the best influence over the squad as possible, which is... You do that over... He's a highly influential player in the hierarchy. He's not in the perfect of social groups, but he's in a social group. Max Saunders this is. And he is the oldest of the bunch. There is now 4 players from him who are all learning from him. They've got light influence in their social group. Jacob Kington, first and foremost. We're trying to get his determination up. I don't particularly mind his personality. Fairly Sporting is an okay one. It's not quite as good as Resolute, though. Resolute is one of the solid personalities you want of one of your players. Just means if we go 1-0 down, they're not going to get phased. He's going to be, happy to give it a good old bash. Yeah, 10 determination on Jacob Kington is something that we want to try and up if we can. If we can get that up a little bit, he's going to develop a little bit faster because that's one of the key attributes when it comes to your development as a young player. Jeremy Langford, the new signing, is in this group as well. He plays in the same position as Max Saunders. Max Saunders is going to be his main competition for the role, but if we can get that personality to Resolute, for example, maybe get Max Saunders to give some of these traits to Langford as well. That will save us training Langford to try and get some of these traits and also up that determination. And then Langford looks like he'll be set to be our central midfielder of choice for a few seasons at least, depending on how he develops. Harry Pearce is in this group as well. He is moving into midfield, which is one of the reasons why I put him in this group. His determination is low and his personality is balanced, which is not ideal either. You want to try and get something better than balance. Balance is okay, but they're a little bit like sheep in your squad. You want to get some more resolute personalities, or, you know, fairly sporting or professional or model citizens. Paul Dunn is the other one we put in this group as well. Same thing. Determination. Just trying to get that determination up. The other group we have, as you can see, Carl McFarlane is a team leader in the hierarchy, and he's also slightly a little bit older, so he then gets a significant influence over this group, and he's only got a couple of players in this one. Two super young strikers that we have brought in, this one being Luke. Luke, mainly due to that personality being casual and his determination being 5. If we can get them two sorted out, this guy could develop into a good striker for us. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know, we're trying. We're trying to get this guy. If we get him a good personality, get his determination up a little bit, we can then hoik him out on loan for a couple of seasons, and he should develop out on loan. If he can't, he's then going to have to spend all of the time in and around the squad, in and around the club, and we have to try and get him into the odd cup game, which is a little bit more man management. This guy is the new little signing that we brought in up top. Again, bad personality, low determination, same kind of job. And Liam Roper, we're just trying to sort Liam Roper out a little bit. 9 determination, the balanced personality is not stunning. So if we can get resolute and some higher determination onto him, as McFarlane has 16 determination, maybe plus a couple of them traits, that will help Roper out as well for the future. So, yeah, we've changed the mentoring groups. I would like to try and bring in a couple of extra elder players, so in between 25 and 28, with good personalities and good determinations, to try and mentor some more of the youngsters in the squad. But we don't have many of them. That's something that we haven't done too great with when it comes to transfers in this series with this team. We've kind of lucked our way into the position that we are, really, and now we're here, now we're making money as a club, and now we're in a good league. It may be time to try and change our transfer policy a touch, bring in a little bit more experience, and allow our youngsters to grow as we are trying to upgrade our youth facilities and get some better young players in the door. So we would then want to start turning them young players into good first team players or potential profit, depending how we see it. Schedule wise, we had 8 games in January. It was brutal. It really, really was. Last time out, I think we saw the Lincoln game, didn't we? A 1-0 defeat to Lincoln, which was a pathetic game to watch. Since then, a 1-1 draw to Exeter. Thank you very much for that. We scored with the dying embers. We didn't deserve a point in this game. We were dreadful, but Paul Scott with the goal. I'll take it. We then played Accrington in the third round of the North Leasing Cup Trophy North group. Beat them 2-0. Saunders and Kington with that one. Saunders has been really, really good of late, which has made me want to sign him for a longer deal, which we might just do after this, as we might go through contracts, because our squad's in a position where we know what we're going to be doing with it next season, as we've had an interesting January. So, yeah, you do a bit of forward planning, a little bit of pre-planning of what we want to be doing with the side. Gillingham, we've beat them 3-1. Mooney finally scored. He's woken up. I will say, one of our strikers, Liam Roper, hasn't scored in 12 games, and it's brutal, because every time he plays and doesn't score, there's an email saying, oh, he's got no confidence, blah, 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 blah. He needs a goal. He desperately needs a goal. Despite scoring plenty of goals on loan at Bolton, that hasn't transferred very well to League One, which is a concern. Yeah, Lewis Baines gets a goal in that one as well. 2 for Mooney. 3-1 victory, thank you very much. Carlisle, Mooney, 2 goals. He's got a penalty as well in that one. I actually gave him the penalty. I just thought, I'll try. I should, thinking about it, giving it to Roper. But if Roper missed that, it would then been brutal for him. So, Anyways, we then play Sheffield United under 23s in the quarterfinals of the Leaving Cup, and we're into the semis, as you can see, against either Rotherham United or Manchester United's under 23s. That's going to be a fruity tie that we'll probably play on screen. 2-1 victory in this one. Mooney and Jack were the goals. They brought one back, but we held on quite well. Another solid result for us, and then we go and lose 2-0 to Rotherham. We were really poor for about 75 minutes of this one. They get a player sent off. I went 3 up top, went all out attack, when we had chance after chance after chance and could not break their team down. So yeah, that's a 2-0 loss on that one, and we've just drawn 0-0 to Ipswich Town, who are literally next to us in the table. Yeah, there you go. Us and Ipswich are pretty much line astern. We still have 2 games at hand, so technically speaking, could be 7th. That's too high. That is just too high. That is very, very much too high. Now that we've gone through all of that, it's maybe time to do some contracts to try and work out what we want to be doing with the team in the future. Just going to explain it to you guys. We want to keep McFarlane, Oliver, Mooney, McGuinness. No, we're not going to let Jaskalainen stay. We're going to let him go. We want Saunders. We want Baines. We're not keeping Dyer. We're not keeping Ben. We will be keeping Kington. Jack is a loanee, so he doesn't count. Scott is a loanee and doesn't count. And then we're on to the year after that, because that is 2025. So I've got 7 contracts to try and go through and make sure we get them all good, without trying to ruin the wage budget too much. I like to try and get Mooney down from that 4.8k if we can. If we can keep him in and around the squad, I'll be happy. If he wants silly money, he can frick off still. So yeah, let me go through that. Okie dokie, so we've done all of the contracts we can do. We can't offer Oliver, Mooney and someone else a contract because we tried to offer them a contract a while ago and their agent's still pissy with me. So they're going to have to just suck one, and we'll do that in a week or 2. We have got McFarlane pretty much agreed to go, and we have Kington agreed to go. McFarlane's taking a wage cut of about £300-400 a week, and Kington is getting a wage doubled, which I suppose is all right. He should be our future a future player. Yeah, sure. We can keep him transfer listed all you like, Gabe. He's getting released at the end of the season. He's not being sold because nobody wants to pay his wages. So Ben, we will now get to the game of the action, the game of this episode, shall I say, which is Warsaw. I'll catch you there. Here we are then. This is the team that we are going for with this game. No real changes, to be fair. We haven't made any real action at all. The new guy, Langton, is not even on the bench either. So, yeah, no real changes to the squad as the last few games. Giving Fontanelli some more football because he was moaning about it. And he actually is a good youth prospect. And that is why Nathan Dyer is on the transfer list. And we're trying to get him out of the door because Fontanelli's quite good. And don't mind Paul Dunn. He looks better than Dyer, potentially. So that is why Dyer is going out the door. Now we can get the action underway. I've done the team talk. I've done all of the tactics. I've done all the setting up opposition instructions, should I say. So we can get the action underway as Giles brings the ball forward on the left-hand side. Should say he is playing over Kington because their right wing back I spotted has 19 acceleration and Kington only has like 12. So I was like, I might play the faster one as Lake heads the ball onto the crossbar. It's hooked away. Good early start from us there, boys. Happy with that. Here is Giles. Now Jack. Back to Giles. Ball into the box towards Mooney. Header just tipped over the crossbar, was it? No. Goal kick. Skims the crossbar. Not bad. Here is that fullback. Blasts the free kick. Good closing down, but he gets the pass off. But there is an offside flag raised. That is good for us as well. Fast, rapid 5 opening minutes here. Highlights either end very quick. Here's Ramsey. Bring the ball forward for Walsall. Driving forward. Good tackle by Fontanelli. Now Saunders over the top. Mooney looks offside, but Mooney is away. The offside flag is up. I just spotted it at the bottom right-hand side of the corner of the screen, should I say. That was a good early ball from Saunders. He's been playing a lot of them recently. He has been picking out the passes very well of late. He scored an absolute wonder dribble. I might have to show it at the end of the season. If it's not goal of the season, I don't know how it isn't. He genuinely picks up the ball at the halfway line on a kickoff and beats about 3 players and then shoots from the edge of the box. It's a wonderful goal that will be at the end of the season review, I'm sure. Here is Mooney. Across to Jack, who has a blast from range. Mitchell tips it away, and Madadam. How do you say that name? Mukadam. Jack in the box. Mooney's been brought down. It's a penalty. Ryan Giles is going to take it. Interesting. I'm not sure I'd give it to Giles. He's got 11 penalties. Giles? What's your composure rating? 10 composure. What's your composure at? 10. They are line astern, aren't they? Yeah, we're going to give it to Giles. We're going to give it to the wing-back to see if he can get his first... I think it's probably his first goal of the club. He's going to step up for this penalty now. Left-footed. Takes a little run back. Oh, it's been saved by Mitchell. It's a good save, but it's a good height by the penalty, really. Annoying that. Giles now takes the free kick. Or the corner, should I say. He's got to try and shake that penalty off. Saunders gets tackled by Whittaker, and it goes for a throw to this right-hand side. It's been an action-packed. Here is a replay of the penalty. Yeah, it's a good height for the goalkeeper. If you're going to play it into a corner, it's got to be low down. Good pace, good save by the goalkeeper. That is going to hurt Giles' rating. It's down to a 6.5 now. Keeper's going to have his tail up. We're going to shout demand more because we have been very good opening 20 minutes of this game. It's been action-packed and good to see. We just need to try and unlock the door now. Giles' rating, I think, is probably going to plummet now because his confidence is going to be shot. Here is Giles down this left-hand side. Can he get a cross in? Blocked, and it comes to Moss, who can counter for Walsall, driving forward in the rain here at York, or it's actually a Walsall. I don't know where Walsall is. Oh, it's a good chance, and Cabby hooks it away. My geography for England is quite poor when it comes to some of these smaller football clubs. Ramsey headed over the crossbar and to safety. They've started to claw the possession back, and there's chance after chance so far. This is absolutely ridiculous. Catalan Jack hooks it away, and now it's Mooney. Chances counter-attack for us. End-to-end action has been exciting to watch so far. Struggling to breathe here trying to commentate this one. Oh, it's another highlight. Ramsey with the corner. In towards the box. Lake heads away. Buckadum. Back to Ramsey. Ball into the back post of Whittaker. Oh, Giles, you freaking idiot. That's awful, goalkeeper. You're there. You've got a hand to that, haven't you? He's got a hand to that. I know he has. Lake heads away. Whittaker does the right thing and finds Ramsey. Ramsey to Whittaker at the back post. I'll keep. He's got to push it around the post at least. I think he could hold that. That's not a good chance. That should hurt your rating because that's a mistake. We're going to show some passion here, boys. We've been the good side, but have we made, apart from the clear cut, yeah, we've had 2 clear cut opportunities. They've had 1 clear cut and 2 half chances. Really poor from their Giles, though. That's awful. If you do take Giles and compare him to Jaskalainen is a better player. So I am tempted to go and get a goalkeeper. If I can find an old goalkeeper with a good personality who was good enough for this division for a season or 2 to get Tom Giles mentored, that may be something we do. Talking of Giles, Ryan Giles on this left-hand side is having a shocker of a game because he missed that penalty and that is just battered his confidence. I expect a better showing in the second half, my friend, and I would hoik Giles off for Kington because it's not going to happen for him because he's as soon as you miss a penalty in this game or you make a mistake, it's very, very rare for your player to then go on and have a good game, especially in the lower divisions where the mental stats aren't particularly the greatest, and Giles has made that one mistake and now his game is over. That's pretty much the end of his game. There's no point of shouting at him, he's just lost all his confidence and it's hard to get it back into the player. Which is frustrating, but Kington is not a bad player. We're happy to bring him on, as he is our first team left wing back, really, so It's just that pace. I'm worried about Lampton absolutely shredding us with that ridiculous acceleration. But it's something that we've lost the possession. Like the first 20 minutes, we had 70% possession. They have clawed it and clawed it and clawed it back. We are not creating anything going forward. Let's get creative and let this highlight end. And I might whip Saunders off and bring on Scott. Kington, ball into the box towards Mooney. It's headed onto the crossbar. That was a good opportunity there for Mooney. Saunders off for Scott. And I'm thinking, do we take one of the strikers off? Do we take Mooney off? Yeah, he's going off for Roper. 30 minutes to go and I've made all 3 subs. Let's gamble. Let's gamble. Let's gamble. Let's gamble. Try and get something out of this game against Walsall where I thought like we were the better side in the first half, and that penalty miss has killed us. We need a penalty taker. Corner for Walsall. It's been a bit of a quieter second half. Here's Ramsey with the ball in. Raven goes up, or Reven, should I say, and it's headed clean over the crossbar. We've lost our cutting edge in this second half. It's been a lot more Walsall after the first 30 minutes. We were the better side. As soon as that penalty was missed, whatever minute that was, see, since they scored, they've taken over the game. It's given them confidence. Tackle by Kington, well in. Now Scott finds Jack in that false 9 role, so he drops in quite deep just to pick up the ball, which is handy on this left-hand side. Creates some nice little triangles. Here's Scott, back to Kington. Pull it back to Scott is probably the best option. He does so. And he fires it in near post top corner. Paul Scott with an absolute screamer off the bench. That's some lovely little football down the left-hand side to work it forward. And Scott then takes his opportunity and smashes it in near post. We're going to miss him next season. I hope Langton can live up to this standard, because Scott's leaving some serious shoes to fill. That's a cracking goal off the bench, and that has given us the chance to go and win all 3 points here with 20 minutes to go. Fontanelli to Oliver. Scott. Now Lake. Little ball to Fontanelli down the left-hand side. Can he whip it in this pouring rain? He does. Roper at near post. Roper again. He scored. He finally scored. Get in, Leah Roper. It's only taken 12 freaking games for him to do it, but Liam Roper at the second attempt has got the goal. That will do wonders for his confidence. Fontanelli with a cross into near post. Roper, great save from the initial one, but the rebound is in the back of the net. And Liam Roper will feel so much better. That is like the weight of the world off his shoulders. 2 substitutions, 2 goals off the bench, an assist for the sub as well. It's like I'm a tactical genius. It really is. I'm not, but it's like I am. 2 goals in a couple of minutes. Kington now with the corner in. Jack. Oh, he's pushed another player. I thought it's 3-1. Drama, drama, drama. Jack with a lovely little header, but the ref has blown his whistle for a foul. I was going to say, I've been a right tactical genius if my sub's got 2 assists and 2 goals. That'd be ridiculous. What a turnaround. What a turnaround in 2 minutes. Beautiful to see. Kington is now being told to calm the frick down, and Ramsey has a free kick in a good position on his right hand side. In towards the box. Reven with a header. That's a screaming header over the crossbar, that is. That is very, very scary to see. Few more minutes to go. We're going to drop it to defensive to try and just slow the game down. If you don't know how to do that, just on the old little scrolling button on your mouse, you just flick it. That is the easiest way of doing that, I found. Grimshaw to Ramsey, closing him down. Now to Jack. Good tackle, but Scott picks up the ball. Scott with the ball in towards the box. And Roper and back post. Liam Roper, what a goal! What an absolutely stunning goal from Liam Roper. The freaking... It's ridiculous, isn't it? Because all of the substitutes have combined again there. Scott with a lovely deep ball, and Liam Roper smashes it on the half volley over his shoulder in the pouring rain. That is some cracking technique. Is he even close to offside? No, he's not. He's back, boys. Liam Roper's got a goal. He's got his tail up. If we can get him mentored properly, he's going to be a serious player for us. He's a real handful at 6'4" as well. In towards Jack. Oh, it's a cracking save that. Mitchell's slow to get back up. That was Fontanelli to Oliver. Back to Fontanelli. Now Oliver again. Oh, Fontanelli's having lots of the ball there. Scott over the top looking for Roper but couldn't find him. Curtis will keep it in and launch it down the line for a throw-in. What a crazy end to this game. What a stunning 20 minutes. I'm so happy Roper's got a goal. It's been so long in the making. He's had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and what a cracking result that is. Roper with man of the match as well. Their keeper was very good, I will say that. Jordan Mitchell was quite solid. Which, yeah, wasn't great for us. They had a player who was pretty poop. Ryan Giles had a bad game. Where is the what we can say about second half was good? Assertively, I'm just going to say it was a good comeback. That was a solid comeback. You, my friend, you finally scored. Liam Roper, get in, my friend. Get in, son. I'm ecstatic for him. It's been brutal for him. It's been 12 games. With like the end of last season, the start of this season, he went to Bolton, scored some goals. But that was in the National League. That's a different standard. He's now come up and he's banged in two. Let's go have a little look at him. Where is he? Where is he? Roper on the wrong screen. I can't even find him. Can't even find him. He's right at the bottom. Look at him. The mystery. It's not stunning. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say he's the next wonder kid, but as someone who's come through our academy, as someone who's grafted his backside off, as someone who we've tried to nurture, we've given game time in situations where we probably shouldn't have. He's really want him to hit that kind of scoring record. You know, a 1 in 3 man, a 1 in 2 man would be really, really good at a Liam Roper. This episode's getting long because I'm just going to talk about Liam Roper. He's one of them you just get an affection for, you get a little bit of love for. That determination and personality out. I think we've got a player. He needs to get a little bit better concentration, but it's one of the things. Alright, schedule. When are we coming back? When are we coming back? We're going to come back for the semi-final. I'm going to play a load of more games. We're going to come back for the semi-final. League-wise, it's looking a little bit wrapped up, isn't it? Because we're in 8th. We're not getting promoted. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get relegated. We're 16 points clear with 2 games in hand. That's 22 points. If we win those games, yeah, we're still 4 points off promotion if we win our 2 games in hand, and we've got some big sides to play still. So that's not going to happen. Wow. What a game. Thank you very much for watching. I've been TDavid1. Like, subscribe and all that stuff. And Liam Roper, you little hero. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as always. And as always, peace out.